You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. Yeah, we had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks.
Yo, my do it, Keep Dig back here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. We had about a half hour to spare, so I figured I'd jump on, talk a little football, talk a little Eagles. Was on Big Sill's show earlier today. We talk about that if you were there. But what is going on, everybody? How you guys doing? What up, Big Gucci? What's up, SS Philly? Sean Smith? Call me SJ Donnie. Thank you guys all for being here. I want to start off with this, though. Got to start off with this. Did you guys see this breaking story involving Vrabel and Diana Rossini? Nobody could tell me that there hasn't been tampering when A.J. Brown is involved. It's just crazy. But get this. Vrabel and Diana Rossini rented a boat together in 2021 while she was pregnant. According to TMZ, Vrabel and Rossini were the only people aboard for 2 to 3 hour rental. She gave birth shortly after and named her son Michael. My God, that is diabolical. Can you imagine to name your kid to the person you're probably having an affair with? I mean, you don't go on a boat with another guy or another girl for 2 to 3 hours by yourselves and not do anything. There's a whole reason. This story is insane. This story is only going to get more nuts as time goes on. I definitely think they should look at the Patriots as far as tampering goes. But also, what is this going to do to the New England Patriots season? How is this going to hang over them? How is it going to weigh the coach down? And yeah, Eagles, they might want to demand that 2027 first round pick because it would not surprise me if New England takes a gigantic step back. No doubt about it. Pillow talk, it's crazy. Jose Loyal, my God, but to name your kid after the person you're having an affair with, right? You got it. If you're the husband, you got to do a DNA test, right? I mean, I know that sounds horrible, but I mean, jeez. Roro, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. First of the day. He's a dirty dog. He is dirty, man. That is dirty. That is crazy. This story just broke, by the way. I think they're trying to break his wife, trying to break his wife in hopes he steps down. Who wants him to step down? Like, why are they trying to get him to step down? Like, who would be doing that? It is crazy. It is crazy, Zylov. I mean, I'm sorry, but you don't rent a boat with a female or a male and be the only two on there and you're married to somebody else. It's just, I'm sorry. That's crazy. It's crazy. The thing gets crazier and crazier. Then did you hear, like, they did a whole thing where she pulled out somebody out of a car that was, like, burning a fire, and then people were saying, like, no, that actually didn't happen. Like, what is going on with this woman? And Vrabel, man. Vrabel, I think this has got to be a distraction. And that's how it affects the Eagles, because I wouldn't talk about it otherwise, except for the fact that New England could be up for a tough season, and the Eagles, that will affect where they pick. And then, two, I think you have to look at allegations of tampering by the Patriots, Vrabel, and Rossini. I think that there's something to it. Kurt says, what's good, Philly? I just heard Howie say that A.J. Brown is staying. Oh, I would love to see that. Is that his child? I don't know. Michigan coach Udoka for the Celtics, every time the black coach in nationwide news, Vrabel does it and gets to keep his job. Looks like he's got the complexion for the protection. Huh. I don't know. All I know is it's crazy. It's diabolical, man. I just think it's insane. And the thing about keeping his job is, Robert Kraft, he's got some things against him. I don't know if he has room to speak, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Billy says, did you know that Diana's husband is an Eagle fan and she didn't like the Eagles and probably doesn't like her husband either? Yeah, well, I mean, you hear her talk about it. It's crazy, right? The way she talks about him online is just like, that's not good. Now, I wasn't going to, but I had about 25, 30 minutes, so I figured I'd just jump on, and take advantage of the extra time I had. But no, that's diabolical, man. That's evil to me. It's crazy. While she was pregnant, she was on the boat while she was pregnant. It's crazy, dude. If the Pats won 6 games last year, he would have been fired. Yeah, probably. And I don't know how this is good. Like, he may still end up resigning. Like I still think that, there's probably people within the Patriots organization preparing for that. Because this thing just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And when the Eagles file grievance for tampering, which they should, because he goes to the combine and he gets up there and he goes, I talk to A.J. Brown every day. We've talked every day since he's been traded. We text every day. It's like, well, you do. What are you talking about? And then Rossini, the girl he's cheating with, is putting out all these negative things with AJ. How can you not investigate that? It's like a soap opera. Was she pregnant with his baby? I know. It's crazy, dude. It is crazy. Philly, you hyping them dumbass birds up way too soon. The Patriots were better than you all last year, and this year will be no different. Patriots got to play teams over 500 this year. Mike Vrabel, you are the father. Oh my God, that's hilarious. He pissed off so. I don't know what's going on. Like, I wonder who was the who hired the PI to take the pictures. That's what I'm wondering. Chris Sims got fired for that. Yeah, from barely mentioning it. The NFL wants to cover it up. They want it to go away. And it's so much bigger than just them. Like, I'm telling you, dude, the Patriots should be giving the Eagles like multiple picks for illegal tampering. So that is what an entitled woman looks like. Oh my gosh, dude. It's crazy. Females can't hold their tongue for nothing. These are our days of our lives. I know, right? Rossini's husband. I feel bad for the guy. I mean, how can you not feel bad for him? Like, no guy deserves that. You got a wife that goes on there, talks bad about you, takes shots online at you, and then, she's cheating on you too, and then she names her one of your kids the guy she was cheating on. That's wild. So you don't want to know, Andrew, I said because he knows I'm right. You won't get what you want out of Brown and how we still trade him. Well, I mean, I don't know what you're acknowledging. What are you even saying that I'm supposed to be acknowledging? Your opinion? You're just speaking opinion right now. You're not speaking facts. 500. Did you hear Dan Steelers say the Cowboys are going to? Yeah. Yep. He said they're going to win the East. Oh man, it was brutal today. Today was brutal. Yeah. It's like, Mark, what do you think about Jalen Hurts and having to go the offense and doesn't throw over the middle? How come he doesn't throw over the middle? How come I don't get, what do you think about Dak Prescott never winning a playoff game? Free Kevin. Oh, her husband's name's Kevin? Yeah, dude, that's crazy diabolical. Master Eagle, what's going on, my man? How are you? What up, Five? How are you doing? I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Busy. It's really, really busy today and yesterday, probably tomorrow as well. But no, I'm hanging in there. I just gotta, I'm just thinking about what's coming for the Eagles, and I think we got 2 trades left. I think there are at least 2 trades left. I think the big one is going to be the A.J. Brown trade, obviously. The question now is going to be whether we get what we want for him in terms of, can we get a 2027 first? I don't know. But my hope is that these other teams come in. I mean, what if this happens, though? What if this Vrabel thing with Rossini keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse? What if it gets to the point where Vrabel resigns, where he just resigns? Does A.J. Brown even want to go there? I mean, the whole point he wants to go there is New England was his childhood team, but he also loves Vrabel. Could this cancel out the trade, and then all of a sudden A.J. is with the Eagles next year, and then we're really dangerous? I don't know. Trade A.J. Brown to the Falcons? Yeah, I wish. Eagles could use the threat as an investigation, as a bargaining chip in the trade to get. Yeah, I would. I would blackmail them like that. Patriots always get to cheat with zero I know they do. They cheat. They cheat, right? They got Spygate. You got Deflategate. You got Rossini and this tampering stuff. They do. They are big cheaters. I'm definitely taking her alimony. Oh, yeah. Jalen Hurts going to spend a whole lot of time on his back this season. Oh, that's your opinion. That's not facts. I mean, the consensus, it seems like, is like from all these Jalen haters, is Jalen Hurts is going to not be able to throw over the middle, and Jalen Hurts can't do this, and Jalen can't do that, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just going to be a train wreck for the Eagles. We're just doing things to do them. There's no rhyme or reason. I mean, you got to give the Eagles a little more credit than that. Like hiring Mannion, like they act like, oh, they hired Mannion out of desperation. No, the guy won the job because he impressed them. The Eagles have been to 2 Super Bowls, in 4 years? I think they deserve some sort of credit to say they know what they're doing a little bit. The executive type's probably got his own side P2s. I ain't tripping about Rossini's husband. I feel bad for the guy, But, I mean, yeah, who knows? Troy says, how come no one talks about we had the hardest schedule last year and still made the playoffs? Yeah, they won't do that. Are you kidding? They won't give us anything. Anything. In my opinion, AJ doesn't deserve to go to a team that he wants to. Oh, I agree. I mean, look, dude, if I don't know, Cleveland called him up. If Cleveland called the Eagles up and said, we'll give you what you want for A.J. Brown, I would trade him there first. I may even take a little less, but I agree. It just works out that way because the Patriots have been tampering for over a year now, trying to get A.J. Brown to New England. The reason why New England's the only team involved because they are the ones that have been manufacturing this coup d'etat to take A.J. Brown from us. They've done this a year and a half, okay? Vrabel talks to A.J. Brown every day. You don't think A.J. says, yeah, I would like to get traded, and Vrabel goes, well, I'll tell you what, you put in a request, we'll try to get you. Don't you think Vrabel probably tells him how to handle the situation so he can get traded to New England? I think this whole thing has been tampering. I think there's been a plan for over a year, and I think the Eagles should get an investigation. Howie will get fleece book it? Yeah, I don't think so. The Patriots are my favorite soap opera, The Young and the Useless. Right? New England's not going to get AJ unless they give the Eagles what they want. A first, second round, or 4th or 5th round pick or second round picks. Oh, yeah. No, they're going to have to pay. They're going to have to pay. But I think there's more to pay. Like, I think they should be Doc's draft picks to the Eagles, personally. Silly's trying to get more clicks to his channel from his opposition. Maybe. I mean, maybe. I definitely think he likes to wound up the Philly fans. No doubt about it. Philly, do you think the Flyers or Sixers are going to win? Well, Flyers don't play till tomorrow. I think the Flyers are going to tie the series. Sixers, no Embiid. It's a tough game. It's a tough game. But if the Sixers do lose and go down 2-0, I wouldn't give up on the series. I wouldn't. Not until they lose a home game. So I think the Sixers are going to pull the upset and the Flyers. How about that? These women ain't loyal. I remember one of my exes had my initials tattoo on her while she was. Oh my god, yeah, dude, that's brutal. That's brutal. New England's have no go wide receivers. Every one of them is trash. I agree, and they always try to put one of their receivers in the trade like we want them back. But he has thrown over the middle. He's an idiot. Clip it. It's crazy. They act like Jalen Hurts can't throw over the middle. He can't. Like, he can throw over the middle. They just don't do it. Knicks and 4 Sixers don't stand a chance. You might be right. I mean, you expect the Knicks probably to win the first 2 games at home, especially without Embiid out tonight. But if the Sixers can go back to Philly, tie up that series, then we got something. But we'll see. I mean, you know, Joel Embiid, this is the problem, man. You can't. You need a guy tonight, you know? I heard that the trade is set for the first, second, set at the first, second, and third, also the Hacks. Fire. Thanks. Yeah, I think it's going to be a first and a third or first and second. But it sounds like the second or third is going to be 2027 pick. And then the first is going to be a 2028 pick. I don't mind that too much because I think that still gives you firepower to trade that 2028 pick and do something in 2027. Slim Reaper for 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns. Book it. I like it. And we got 387 people in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. This is going to be a short one today. I have to pick up my kids in a little bit. So this will be definitely short. But I appreciate you guys joining me for a little bit. Bots are back. Nick, you take some money from Mike. Hey, 500, how are you? No, you haven't missed anything. We're just talking about this Diana Rossini situation. And we were talking about like going on Sill's show today, and basically that's it, really. Funniest thing is Vrabel didn't even use AJ in Tennessee. He had one Pro Bowl. All of his all pro positions were with the Birds, and he wants to go back with Vrabel. Okay, yeah, I mean they didn't throw the ball. It's because of the offensive coordinator, most likely, is why AJ wants to go there. But I mean, you're not going to win. You're not going to win with New England before you win with the Eagles. He's got a better chance to stay with the Eagles and win. But I don't know, you know. What's the trade idea? I don't know if there's a trade idea. I think my thing is I believe the Eagles are going to make 2 more trades. I think we've got 2 trades to go. I think they'll be bigger than the Greenard trade. I think you're going to have the AJ Brown trade is going to be bigger than the Greenard trade. But I think there's a secondary trade, and it could be for a guy like Grant Delpit or somebody like that. The Eagles still need to make a move at safety, I believe. So I think that's where you gotta. Look. Let me. All right, gotta fix that. Worst time of year for sure. I need football. It's slow. But we got the schedule coming up. I think the schedule comes out next week. So yeah, it should be interesting. I'm so tired of this AJ BS. Can June 1st hurry up so we can trade him and focus on wins? I agree. I'm sick and tired of it too, man. I'm totally sick of it. No, can you bring Tyler? Yeah, I could do that. I like him. I've worked with him before. Let's see here. So would you take a second and Christian Park? Yeah, I would do the Christian Gonzalez trade. Now I know that it's like people flip out about that because it's like, well, you got to sign him to an extension and stuff like that. But what if Howie just says, you know what, we'll get him and we'll just play him for 2 years and let him go. And we'll just try to win a Super Bowl for the next 2 years. I don't put something like that past Howie Roseman, dude, at all. If I keep a safety, O-line, and picks, not New England. Well, I think Delpit, could be a situation. Now, Cilio was saying, and I don't know what the situation with this guy is, but he was saying Derwin James has got contract issues in with the Chargers. I would love to get him, but I don't think the Eagles would pay that much money for a safety. I mean, I definitely don't. Dimitri, thank you for the super chat, my man. I appreciate that. Because I think Cilio is the biggest Eagles hater. I think he loves it, dude. I mean, you look at the questions. He kind of goes, well, Philly thinks I'm stacking the deck. It's not that I think he's stacking the deck, but he's definitely trying to slant how great the Cowboys are and how bad the Eagles are. Dr. Doom, David Super Chat. Tell Cilio to calm it down. These 4 losers. Dallas ain't gonna win the division. They're not even gonna get close. Eagles are gonna repeat. And they're gonna be all upset. I can't stand seeing mock trades where AJ for Butte, and it's like, oh, I hate that. I hate that too. Nobody wants their receivers, dude. No, not at all. And I hate when you see it. We're like, oh, I'll give a 4th round pick up for AJ. Like the New England Patriot fans act like, oh, we just deserve them. We're the New England Patriots. We deserve them. That's their attitude, and I hate it. Just watched the NFL recap of the 2025 Super Bowl. Gave me goosebumps. But why can't we get Super Bowl Jalen Hurts all season long? Well, I think there are a few things going on there. I think first thing is I believe the coaching is the issue. I don't believe it's Jalen Hurts. Like everybody says, well, Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback, blah blah blah. But I think it's the coaching. I don't think the coordinator last year set them up to be successful even a little bit. Okay, and the year before that they had a historic run game, which you had to just kind of ride it. But they haven't. I don't think they've really had great coaching on the offensive side of the ball. Not consistent. It's kind of been like up and down, up and down. So, I mean, they just kind of abandoned trying to continue to develop Hurts. Like, why do you stop trying to develop him? And then to act like these people act like Hurts can't throw over the middle. He can't. It's crazy. That's crazy talk to me. So tired of the AJ drama, I keep him and bench him for the year. I hear you, dude. I would too, actually. Gonzalez a top 5, no way they give him. I know. You would think so. You would think so, but they're not signing him to an extension. That's kind of weird. And then, of course, when I see this, my conspiracy senses kick in. And he's at the 5th annual Devontae Smith softball game. Guys only go to the softball game if the Eagles want to scout and see how they fit in. Something could be up. Nah, I don't know if it is. 500. You're so positive. I don't know how you deal with Vegas. I feel like I feel like it's like if I don't do it, who will? So you got to have a positive voice, right? You 100% right. These Dallas fans need to get the F off the Eagles chat. You'll never catch me in a bum-ass chat. They stink. They always stink. They'll always stink. Smitty will end the year with more yards than AJ. I think you're right. And I think that wouldn't matter if AJ gets traded or if he's here. I think this is Devontae Smith's year, man. I think Devontae's set up big time. Hurts haters always say Jalen can't do that, can't do this. And Jalen, when he does the things, they say he can't. And then they say because of the team he can't win. Yeah, it's always something. Well, Jalen can't win a big game. Then he wins a big game. Oh, Jalen can't throw the ball. Then he goes out. Two biggest games of his life are the Super Bowl. He outperforms Mahomes. Oh, it's the rest of the team. It's always somebody else, It's just crazy to me. Here's my question. Is it harder to be an elite quarterback in the NFL? Or is it harder to be a Super Bowl winner in the NFL? because you've got how many, they say what, 5, 6 elite quarterbacks in the league? How many quarterbacks, active quarterbacks, have won Super Bowls? And don't count Rodgers, he's 40. But you have Hurts, you have Stafford, you have Mahomes, right? You have what's his face up in Seattle. It's like what, 4 active quarterbacks have won Super Bowls in this league? That's crazy. So you put your damn Sixers hat on. Love God. I don't know where my Sixers hats are. Dr. Doom, thank you for super chat. I would tell AJ play or sit, not get your stats. I hear you on that one. Yeah, I hear you on that. Let me see what time it is here. Let's see. I gotta get my kids in a little bit here. And so, before we do that, I gotta do this, though. I'm gonna take a second here. Where is it? Where is my thing? All right, here we go. All right, I want you guys. I want to check this out tonight. All right, because tonight the Sixers are playing. And we're going to go a little with it here. So, Prize Picks is America's #1 sports pick app, the best place to win cash while watching sports. The app is easy to use. Just pick more or less a few players and lock it in, and then boom, you win some prizes. Now look, today we got Sixers, we got the Knicks. I am going to take, you can only take one player from each team, okay? So I was going to do Maxey and Paul George, but I can't. So I'm going to do Brunson to hit 1.5 to go over 1.5 3-point shots. I think that's, I could see that happening. So I like that. And then I'm going to take Paul George over 11.5 points. I think Paul George has to step up tonight with no Embiid. So we are going to need him. So I'm going to lock that in. I'm going to take George and Jalen Brunson tonight. That's my lineup. And if you download the app right now, link is in the description, Prize Picks, use promo code HMA. Your first $5 entry, you'll instantly get $50 in lineups. That's $50 in lineups for $5 entry. Just use promo code HMA. Link is in the description. Shout out to HMA for sponsoring today's live stream. And we thank them so much. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I would tell AJ to sit too. I wouldn't mind that at all. Like, I feel like you got enough receivers to do that. You know what I mean? Our offense will be dominant as long as Dickerson and Jurgens are healthy. And now, as of now, they are healthy. And that's my whole point today on Celia Show. It's like, they're talking so much about, Jalen Hurts throwing over the middle. Jalen Hurts, if that offensive line isn't good, if they're hurt and banged up like last year and you can't run the ball, then you got no chance. The key to the Eagles' offense, the key to it is Jalen Hurts. I mean, is that offensive line and running the ball. And then Jalen Hurts can go out and make the throws over the middle and run the offense they want him to run. But it all starts with that offensive line. Those guys have to be healthy. And if they are healthy, if Jurgens and Dickerson are healthy, the league is in trouble. They're in trouble. Look, I'm excited about this season. I think there's a lot of outside the box moves that still can happen. I don't think Howie would take a second and a 2021 first for AJ. That's not good enough. What would you say is like what would you think is good enough? Like, see, I look at that and I'm like, well, if I get a first in 2028, at least I have leverage to use it as ammo in 2027. But I would prefer 2027. You know what I mean? I would. No Embiid tonight again. You know. What bet? What are you talking about? What bet? Where did I get that? I got this hat at Eagles website. My kids are texting me. Hold on. Eagles website. If you go, the key to the Eagles site is go look at like stuff on like early in the week, like Monday, Tuesday. Go on there and look and see what they have, because they always have like a couple hats, like some great hat. It'll be a cool hat, something like this, but they won't have that many, and they'll sell out like quick. So if you go early in the week, that's what I do. I'll check like Monday. See what hats they got and stuff. A lot of times you'll find something. The last two Super Bowl winners had a dominant running game and defense. Right now we have both. I agree. What's the bet? I don't know what the bet is. If I don't have the guts to take the bet, he already lost one of Mark and his. What's the bet? I don't even know what the bet is. It's easy for me to bet with you, but once I win it, a lot of times I won't see you again. Jalen Stone says, stop the bench. AJ bullshit. Y'all was just loving him. If we got to stay, we go try to win a Super Bowl. Them injury-prone receivers we signed ain't starting over AJ. The nonsense. Wait for Jeremiah. Now you're talking, man. Now you're talking. But no, I mean they're not gonna do that with AJ. I don't think the Eagles and AJ are on bad terms. Like I don't think it's a Terrell Owens situation. I think if AJ was to stay in Philly, he's going to make it work, and the Eagles are going to make it work. I wonder though if Vrabel ends up resigning or something. Does this Rossini thing totally screw up the trade with AJ Brown? How is it affecting it now? That's what I wonder. What's the bet, dude? I don't know what the bet is. AJ for Derwin James, straight up. I mean, I would seriously think about that. You know what I mean? If I care to place a water on who has more wins this season, if I win, you have to rep a Dallas Cowboys hat. If I lose, I'll wear a Philly hat and send you a video of me crying like a bitch. I'll think about that. It's a lot easier for me to pay the bet because I got to come on, everybody can see it. But, that's the question. 500 said, bet me on who has more wins between Philly and Dallas. If I win, you have to wear a Cowboys hat on your live. If I lose, I will buy and wear a Philly hat crying like a bitch. So I got two people want to do the same bet. So I got Martinez and Gray. I'll think about it. It doesn't scare me. Did firing Rob Thompson help the Phillies start? It seems like it, right? What are they, like 9-1 or something? Philly 500. I'm excited about this season. I really think the Eagles are going to win Super Bowl. I think they're going to be way better than people think too, man. I think a lot of people are in for a surprise. My bet is that AJ Brown will definitely have more yards than Smitty if he ends up with the Pats. I'll put 1,000 on it. Hate to do that because I'm a Birds fan. I agree. I would bench his ass, see how he likes stats, and I mean they're not. They're not going to do that though, right? I mean they're trying. The Eagles have been nothing but great to AJ Brown. Let's face it. I mean they've been nothing but great. They sat there and they have gave him 2 contracts. They traded for him the first time. They gave him 2 contracts. They're trying to do everything for him. Now they're trying to send him to a team he wants to go to. I don't know what, if it doesn't work out, I don't know what the issue would be. The bet is from Marika Gray. Yeah, I'll probably do that bet. Dallas is not going to have more wins than the Eagles. That's not a bet. They're going to be crying like bitches regardless. They definitely are. I have to think about the bet because I need more than that. I need more than him just crying in the video. I need more than that. So I got to think about it. Think about what I want out of it. If AJ goes to a team with a good quarterback, he definitely will have more yards. Maybe. We'll see. Dallas still stinks. Now, if he goes to Kansas City, I think you're probably right. It shows A.J. Owens can never be happy. 1,400 yards twice, Super Bowl, got paid twice, and still ain't happy. No, he's not. That's what surprises me. Like, you've been to 2 Super Bowls, you won one, you're setting all sorts of franchise records. That's why I feel like it's got to be something more than what we've heard. I mean, look, like somebody said, he goes to play with Vrabel. Vrabel's offenses with Tennessee stunk. They were run first too. Worst time of the year for sure. I need football, but who would you target trade-wise? Dream scenario. I think it's got to be a safety right now. I think Grant Delpit, I think, is a perfect choice. People are talking about. Sills mentioned something about Derwin James. I don't know anything about that, but if that was an option, I would legit do that. And you got the safety also from New Orleans. I don't know if he is or isn't on the block. Is there money to resign Nolan Smith after signing Greenard to an extension? I assume Nolan's. Yeah, I mean, I think Nolan's probably on the outs too. I think they picked up his contract year, his option year. So he's with the Eagles for 2 more years. But like if Jalix Hunt continues to develop and then you get Greenard goes out and plays well, then I don't know. It's going to be hard. Now the Eagles do have outs. I think there are a couple of outs after 2 years with Greenard. So if Nolan Smith goes out and proves himself, the Eagles could choose to go with Nolan Smith and let Greenard go. They can do that. So I think you'll see them choose 2 of the 3 guys they got, Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, and Greenard. 2 of those 3 will stay. I think one of those guys in a few years will be gone. It's not stats or winning. Him and Jalen obviously aren't the same, but people are sweeping under the rug. They were legit best. I mean, they were best friends. I mean, they were best friends. Their kids, wasn't Jalen the godson or something? Like, yeah, it's crazy, dude. 500. The lemon jersey goes hard. Dingbat. What do you mean? The lemon jersey. Lemon is going to be a problem. Next to DJ's book. Next to you mean to Devontae? Yeah, I think you're right. You want the light? Oh, you mean those old blue and yellow? Oh, I hate those jerseys. I hated those jerseys. Those the ones where they wore, was it the Frankfurt Yellow Jacket ones? Oh, those are ugly, man. I hate those. I hate those jerseys. Those teams scoring. Yeah, I think the defense is much improved. You still have a hole at safety, but you can't tell me that the Eagles are not better. I think on the defensive line, and I think at cornerback. So the Eagles' defense got better, and they don't talk about that at all. Though you notice nobody talks about the defense is actually better than it was a year ago. I think you have to save money for Koopa Q. So that means you got to save money by getting draft picks for players in the last year of their contracts. So I think Rick Woolen is a 1-year deal. Oh, yeah, it's definitely why. Kevin Curtis game, I remember that one, yeah. Those jerseys matches your hat. Yeah, I guess technically. I don't know. This is I don't know if it looks yellow in camera, but me looking at it, it's gold. It's actually gold. So it's like purple and gold. But it might look yellow over the camera. Lemon themed Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna think about your bet because I want to come up with something better than you have to do. I think you're getting off easy if I win. What up, Philly? Another report just came out. Diana Rossini and Vrabel ran a boat together. I know. We opened the show with that. Not that. Right here. It's crazy, right? It's absolutely insane. And make sure if you guys haven't, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Appreciate it. Like I said, it's going to be a short show today. Yep, golden era. You know what I mean? Anytime I see gold on anything Eagle, I'm getting it. Because this is a golden era. Put your hat back. Oh, you don't like my hair, bro? I got a hat head. But at least I got my hair. Everybody thinks I'm bald. The blue and yellow are both the Eagles and Phillies throwback colors. Yeah, I didn't like those throwbacks. Yeah, everyone give a thumbs up. Like Philly 500. Give them accurate count flags. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. I wonder if he steps down as head coach. I think there's a possibility of it. See, I think there's a real possibility that maybe this whole AJ thing never happens. Because if Vrabel steps down as head coach, and they're saying that some people within the organization, the Patriots, are preparing for that just in case. But if he steps down, does AJ Brown want to go there still? Is it the same? Is it even the same? And if he doesn't step down, how much of this whole thing is just going to follow Vrabel around all year? I think the Patriots are set up for like a taking a giant step backwards type season. The fact that they have a harder schedule, they didn't beat any teams over 500. The fact that you got all this Vrabel stuff going on, don't be surprised if you get a first round pick for them. They're picking in the top 15. Every time I got rookie jerseys before they played, they've been good. Cooper, DeJean, Dean, Jordan Davis. I'm definitely get a Lemon jersey though. Vrabel Coach of the Year, People's Champ. Yeah. I know who you are, Marika. Let me think on it. Give me till Saturday. There's no game this Sunday. Yeah, while pregnant, and then she names her kid the same name as the guy she was cheating on. That is evil. That is so evil. Did you do the show? Yeah, I was on. I was on Celia's show. Father, I've been watching you for years. I just want to take the chance to thank you, brother. The consistent longevity of the legendary 500 is historic. You're the man. Birds Moneyline, thank you, my man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. James Worthy says, what up, Philly? I'm glad when June comes, so hopefully the AJ talk comes to an end. I hear you, my man. I hear you. Thank you so much. I'm with you. Eagles Drew, you are the man. Eagles Drew is the man. Philly, can you imagine AJ Smith and Lemon? That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it would be crazy. Like, if that thing fell through and AJ is going to just stay, and then you can put Lemon in the slot with those. Oh my gosh, dude! All of a sudden, you're going to see people start freaking out. But I would do it. I would love it, And then Wicks could rotate in. Wicks has got an extension, I think, for $12.5 million next year. But I think he gets that money next year. So he gets kind of second wide receiver money next year. At that point, next year you trade AJ, but you have him one more year. I'm hoping that's what happens. That's the best case scenario. Philly, in my heart, I believe it was tampering and we should get 2 first rounders. I agree. I think it is tampering too. I think the whole AJ Brown to New England has been a setup for a year and a half. That when Vrabel went there, that they started to lay the tracks down to get him traded. He talked to AJ, probably coached him on how to handle, requesting a trade and going through it. And then he had his girlfriend go out and put negative stories that would only, make things worse. So I think there was tampering. I totally think you're right. Eagles fan Clark, what's going on? Clark, my man, what's going on? What up, 500? How are you? There's something wrong with bald? No, nothing wrong with bald. I'd rather be bald than gray. 1,000%. Yep. It's just crazy. I'll tell you what's crazy. I'm going to try to start watching wrestling again. I literally have not watched wrestling since like 2001, 2002, since the Attitude Era. I have literally not watched one wrestling match since. So I'm like a time machine about to jump back into it, and I have no idea what to expect. So Diana gets over the boat with Mike Vrabel at 5 months pregnant, gives birth 3 months later, named her kid Mike. I know, it's crazy. I feel so bad for the husband though. I do. Mark Holmes acts like the Cowboys are top 5 team. He was saying that the Cowboys cared to Christian Parker. Anybody would have taken down Downs at the pick. I know Downs was the best player on the board, and they needed a safety. He's crazy. Like, he was trying to say how great the all season is, and Dallas is, they looking good. And I called him out on it, and then he was like, "Oh, backtrack. Oh, no, I'm not saying," because I know it's going to happen. He's going to build that team up, and then they're not going to be what he thinks they are, and then he's going to blame the front office. Nobody's fault but Dak. It's going to happen. You haven't watched since WrestleMania 3? I should start my own channel or another channel, just seeing if a guy from the Attitude Era can watch today's wrestling and get into it, because I have no idea what to expect. I don't know any of the wrestlers or anything, but I'm like, I got to try to see if I can get back into it. I just got back into it myself. I started watching WrestleMania. Did you? Dude, I have. The last WrestleMania I watched was Austin versus Shawn Michaels, when Austin won the title. Last year was Petula's fault. Why did I see so many wide open receivers that Hurts didn't see? I don't know, but can you say that about any quarterback on any play? I mean, if we could go back and watch how many games of how many other teams, you're going to tell me you're not going to see any open receivers? I think you see that all the time, But I can tell you this is one thing I can tell you for sure, that I have thousands of people in my chat during the live stream, and they all knew the play. They knew where it was going before the snap of the ball. And if they know that, and we know that, then the defenses know that. Now, how in the NFL, if defenses know what you're going to do, can you be successful? So to me, I know that for a fact. I don't know that, how many guys Hurts missed compared to how many Dak Prescott missed or how many Josh Allen missed. I mean, I think every snap, there's a guy open, a receiver, a quarterback's not going to catch. I think that's easy to say, is what I'm saying. So everyone's clear with the tampering rules. Team caught tampering loses picks and or get fines, but don't give it to their team. Yeah, that stinks. They need to change that. It should go directly to the team. But you're right. You're right about that. That was 98. Yeah, that's when I got out of it then. That's like after that, to me it was like, all right, Stone Cold Watch won. I knew him and The Rock were going to be the thing. And I was like, Yeah, Attitude Era was great. I don't know what to expect. What do they call today's era? What is it called? They just dropped the draft. All Jacksonville and Eagles. Oh, did they? Oh, I'll have to watch that. But you know what, guys? I'm gonna have to cut this short. I got to go get my girls from school. So I just want to thank everybody for joining me. I'm sorry this is a short one today. I wasn't going to do anything, but I decided to at least come on and try to get something out. So I appreciate that. We will be back tomorrow. I'll try to do a stream tomorrow or something. But with that said, we out of here. I will talk to you later. Peace.
Come on, guys.
2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off, it's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott! That's it! Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb! Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb! You tried to defend the CeeDee Lamb! You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. Here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking Cut it off. It's over.